Good afternoon, welcome to another video. As you can see behind me, I'm down the canal. I've come out today to do a bit of predator fishing. Now I'm thinking zander. This is the location of my double figure zander capture a few years ago. Don't often come over here predator fishing, so I thought I'd come and give it a go. It's also a decent area for some pike as well. So I'm thinking pike and zander today, hopefully. Anyway, it's about 2:15, something like that now. Can fish into dark if you want, but I'm probably not going to give it that long. We'll just see. We've got a few areas to explore. We've got this nice area here. We've got bits of cover on the other side. We've got obviously this reeds on the inside, some wider stretches up there. There's some boats along this way. So we got a nice variety of features we can explore. Now, gear-wise, I've got my usual canal predator stuff with one slight change, one slight addition. I've got my Dower. Let's get this right. Dower Black Widow extendable 9-foot rods, 2 3/4 pound test curve, which I love because they fold down nice and small. They're great for roving with because you can obviously shorten them to carry them, and it's very easy to just pop them out again to do some fishing. Now what I've got on here is a float ledger setup. Oh, the reel is a Nomura Hero reel. I'll stick all the information, all the stuff I'm using down below. But what we've got on the business end is, starting from the top, we've got a sliding stop knot. That's to stop the float. We've got a bead above that, and then the float, which is a 15-gram Zeppler. That's the new, the new bit of the kit. Got another bead and then a drill bullet. This is 20 grams, so that will actually sink the float. That's the idea. So if I set this under depth, the float will go under. And what we'll do is we'll set it so the drill bullet sits on the bottom. The float will sit on the top. We'll sit flat. We'll sit just over depth so that when we get a bite, hopefully it'll cock and then away it goes. That's the plan. That frog. On the business end, got a trace made from Drennan soft strand and a single circle hook on there, as you can see. This is a Sakuma 440 1/0 size. As I say, I'll put all the information, all this stuff downstairs, down in the description. I'll also link you in up there as well to a video where I tie these traces up. I'll show you how to tie them up. That's it. It's as simple as that. I'm gonna. That frog's gonna make me laugh. I'm sure it's a frog. I think I'm going to get one bait in on the far side, one on the near side against these reeds, and we'll just rove about until we catch some fish. Baits I've got with me, I've got some roach, I've also got some smelt with me, and I've actually got some sprats as well today. And I do have some maggots and a float rod in the car if we want to catch some more bait. Right, I think that's probably enough waffle. Should we crack on? Now, as you've probably seen, I've got the dog with me today. She's panting her head off, as you can hear. That's because it's so mild. It's the first really proper warm day we've had this spring. It's supposed to go up to about 17 degrees today. Feels warmer than that, to be honest. But it is clouding over a bit. It's been nice and sunny all day. Right. I think, as I say, we'll drop a bait over there on that far side. Blimey. That was a good cast, not like me. Now this canal here tows like nobody's business when the boats start moving and they start opening locks. So hopefully there won't be too many boats around. It's a Thursday after all, it's not like it's the weekend. I've just got my folding net here, hopefully it's big enough to cope with anything we'll encounter. Should have perhaps dug out my predator net. But that's a pretty decent sized net. I say hopefully we can catch some at. Don't often come this far to do predator fishing because it's a bit of a trek. just fancied it today. After we came up here in the last video and did some float fishing, waggler fishing, I just thought, yeah, let's do something a bit different. Right, just keep an eye on the float, keep an eye on my bait as well so the dog doesn't eat it. Keep your pointy nose to yourself. Right, I think we'll drop a bait literally right on the inside here. Right, there we go. Well, that 20 grams is not quite sinking the float, but it's certainly obvious that it's floating. There we go. We'll run right by our feet. I say I'm going to have a rove about as well. We've got a good, I don't know, at least 100 metres of cover we can fish on the inside here. Various bits on the far side as well. Just starting off really on that bit and then we'll move along. Some really special fish in this stretch, so we could catch something off the scale. I've heard of pike coming out of here to getting on for 30 pound. There's been zander to about 12 come out. We'll see what we can do. Catch a few fish would be nice, not greedy. A few bites, catch a few fish. That'd be cracking. Not brilliant time of day to start fishing really. Sort of early mid-afternoon. We'll keep our eyes peeled as well for any signs of predator activity, perhaps any chasing of fish, see any fish scattering or anything. I'll give each spot perhaps 10 minutes and we'll just move down the cover, move along. This inside does look good. I've had my keep net attacked in the past, years gone by, when it's been in the edge in here. Pike grabbing hold of my keep net. And we caught a few fish in here the other day as well, last time we were out. So in the last video, there's clearly some bait fish along here, so no reason to think there won't be some predators as well. Well, we're about an hour and a half in. Not a lot to show, apart from a couple of little plucks on one of the float. Not sure what it was. A couple of times, about 5 minutes apart, one of the floats, just some rings appeared around it and it just did that a couple of times. Aside from that, absolutely nothing. I'm fishing the far side cover and down the edge. I've had one rod over, one rod in the edge. But there's a few boats coming along at the moment, so I've got them both in the edge. I've got to keep taking them out then. We'll perhaps give this spot another 10 minutes and then we'll have a little move a bit further down. But yeah, all quiet at the moment. The sun's gone in again, fortunately. Supposed to slowly cloud over now this afternoon. Heavy cloud going into dark. So yeah, hopefully that'll perhaps get the preds moving. It's like I mentioned at the beginning, it's a little bit coloured really, this canal. What I'd like. It's a bit more coloured than it often is. I think it's just been all the rain we've been getting that's caused it. Right, blimey, turn me back for a second and we're off. The rod shot out of the reeds. Wow. It's literally just sorting my bag out. I don't know what it is. I presume it's a pike. I haven't seen it. There's a boat coming typically. Whoo! Fortunately, we got him in the edge. Tore off. He took me rod in. Here's a pike. Ooh. Just there.
Oh my gosh, that's a big one. Oh,
it is quite big. Got him. Nearly. There he is. Well, that was a scrap and a half, especially with the boat coming, you had an audience. Yeah, he's a nice pike. It's a cracker. We'll give him a second to get his breath back. We'll have a look at him. Wonderful. Well, I've not weighed it yet. We will put her on the scales. We're wearing the net. I presume it's a she. It's got a big belly. How's about that? Cracking stuff. Hell of a scrap as well. It's yeah, it's a cracking fish. Absolutely wonderful. I made up with that. Brilliant stuff. Well, I'll give her a bit of a weigh in the net. I'll give her a rest there for a minute before we let her go. I'll deduct the weight of the net, which I'm not sure of. Lovely canal croc. Off you go. Cracking. Right, we'll weigh the net. See what she weighed. So I just weighed the net and deducted that off the weight of the fish, and she was just double figures. About 10.1, 10.2, somewhere around there. So yeah, that's a cracking fish. Very happy with that. Wonderful. Oh, really pleased. Really pleased. Right. Epic scrap, so we'll sort the gear out. Get it back in. We've got that one in. It's destroyed my float. Fortunately, we have a spare. Well, that's fantastic. I did think we might be all right for some pike today. I just had a feeling. From past experience, this is quite a good spot this time of year for pike. Don't know whether they come here to spawn or what, but yeah, that's cracking. Great result. That was on sprat as well. I've fished with sprats for ages. Right, time for a move, I think. Not far, we'll just get 30, 40 metres up the bank. Or the towpath, I should say. Well, I think that's enough of that for whatever reason. We've not had another sniff. Absolutely dead, it seems. I think I had one little occurrence on the floats, maybe just a little bit of a pull on one of the floats, but it didn't come to anything at all. And one thing I have noticed as well is, as it starts to drizzle, because it hasn't rained much lately. One thing I have noticed is there's no fish moving. There's no fish topping, there's no fish rolling, no fish dimpling on the top, nothing, absolutely nothing, which is very unusual for this place, very unusual. Ah, he says that, and a fish has just jumped out over there. Now actually, looked like it was scarpering from something, didn't it? I think we got to cover that, haven't we? yeah, having said nothing has moved and I've seen not a single fish since I got here, and it's that time of day where you know the bream will be rolling and the roach just dimpling on the surface and little fish jumping out. I've seen nothing until I've just seen that. And that little fish just boshed out, so maybe was being chased. I've just chucked that one rod over there. We'll just give that a couple of minutes, just in case there's a predator around. Well, that's it. I'm going to call it a day there. We spent 5 minutes just with a bait where that fish jumped out, just in case it was a predator chasing it. We could do a last minute wonder, but nothing doing at all. I'm going to call it a day there. It's getting pretty dark now, and yeah, clearly for whatever reason the fish are not interested, but I can't complain. We had that wonderful pike out, lovely pike. It's the biggest pike I've caught for a while, and certainly from a canal. That's cracking. I'm really pleased about that. So even though it's a little bit disappointing we've not had anything else, certainly happy with that. Now I think I'm planning to get out. Perhaps we'll have an early morning at the weekend doing some waggler fishing. I think I fancy doing a bit of that next. That's for next time. For now, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Tight lines, enjoy your own angling. Many thanks to the channel patrons for your wonderful support, and I'll see you again, hopefully, very soon.